guys, welcome back to the Feroz Moto channel. Today we have another fun maintenance mod to do on this guy, and that is brake pads and rotors. When I did take this home, I did notice that they are pretty much non-existent. The rotors are pretty cheap, so along there, why not swap them out? So definitely gonna do some pads and rotors. I'm gonna show you guys along the way. Ideally, I like to also swap out the brake fluid to something a bit more high temp, but this is what I have right now, and I could always do that later. So I'll show you guys what I got. Alrighty, so here's what we have. We have some Centric Premium brake rotors. The number is 120-450-75, as well as for the rear, the 120-450-64. So I decided to go with these because my good friend Pernish, of course, is very versed in this platform and car, and a lot of folks like to get the ones that are, the power stop with the slots and the drills and holes, but in reality, they really do nothing but just eat away your pads more. More of an aesthetic thing than anything. I'm here for performance, as you guys know, and for the bang for buck for what these were on sale at TireRack.com. I got them for a pretty good deal. I think for, actually I got these from Rock Auto. My brake pads I'll talk about before, I got those from Tire Rack, but these should do a plenty good job. I got them coated, which is the black we see here on the hub, should help it not look rusty and look pretty clean, as well as on the splines here on the side. So pretty cool, pretty heavy getting it in there, but anything compared to the behemoth of the M3, it's a good size. And here we have is our brake pad. So I went with the StopTech Sport compound. I heard this is great, really all you need, perfect for the street, as primarily this will be on the car, and it could deal with some mountain road abuse. Funny, this box came with the rear pads, and it's like this big. So quite a lot of box for that, but besides the point, I will put the model number above. I can't exactly find, oh, here we go. It's the 309-11800 for the rear, and then we have the 309-11790. Alrighty, I'm gonna get the tools and we will also give it a shot. These are the retaining clips that go for the front calipers and the rear, I believe. I think it's mainly the front, and those will be replaced with those as we have here. So we got everything set. We're gonna get out some tools and have a good time working on this little beast. First things first, with anything, we're gonna have to jack up the car. One thing I bought from Harbor Freight that my friend John Rayner showed me were these Harbor Freight little magnetic jack pucks. It goes up onto the jack point here. I will show you. I took it out of the box for you guys to see, but it goes up on the pinch wheel. There's a little reinforced area with two little divots, and that's where it places there. And you can safely get the car up. First, of course, I'm gonna make sure it is in gear and also put a little wheel chock in the back so we don't slide around. All right, first things first, I got myself a little breaker bar. I have a 21mm socket with a little extension. Going to be breaking the front wheels first before we take off the wheel. My first time breaking these wheels, so first of many. Okay, those are about loosened up. We will jack this bad boy up and we'll zip off the rest. Alright, so we're gonna start jacking this puppy up. Zip off the rest of these bad boys, and then we'll take off the wheel. Wow, these are like bicycle wheels compared to my M3, guys. It's so freaking small, but nice, really lightweight, really easy to work on this car, so I'm excited to see what we can do in here. Okay, so here's our brake pad and rotor situation. Does look to be a little rusty in there, which kind of expected, but oh well. You know, Gears and Gasoline says never buy a PA car. Maybe I am learning my lesson this time, but hopefully it's not too bad. I'm gonna clean this up, make sure this guy comes off. We should be okay. Doesn't look like there's actually a screw for this guy to go on there, so hopefully we're okay. Seems like it's on just by the, hopes and dreams. So I believe you need a 17 and a 14mm socket to get, or little monkey wrenches to get this guy off. Help us remove the front caliper, and then once that's back, there's two little bolts in the back here holding the caliper retaining clip. I'll remove that, and then I can pop this guy off. So we'll see what happens. So I have my 17 millimeter here holding onto this little retaining bolt, and then this 14 here slips on this guy. So I'll hold this guy while releasing that, and there's also one on the bottom. I'll try my best to record for you guys so you can take a look. Do the same for the bottoms, and I'm gonna remove these. And then the caliper should swing out, and I need to support it with something else here, so I'm gonna get like a bucket or something to hold it. All right, so I took the top one out, and now the bottom, have the 2 screws, keep it in a safe spot, and then this guy should just kind of rock out as such. And I'm gonna place it here on this little kitty litter bottle, so it's not hanging freeform. It looks like some nice little rust came out from our little caliper piston. So there's that. Here's our brake pads. As you can see, there's like nothing left on each one of these little guys, and the rotor is also not the best shape, so we're just going to swap them both out. Now I have to remove this bolt here, which holds the caliper itself to the rotor, so we can take it off. So there's one on the top and the bottom, and once that's done, that should be able to swing out, and it should be good to go. In the meantime, I'm going to pop out these calipers. Brake pads, and I'll put them in a good spot. Okay, so I gently massage them out, pretty easy to wiggle, and then also these clips, since I'm getting new ones, I will be replacing them, so I'm going to pop them out. As such, there should be 4 rusty little buggers. Yeah, so we definitely want to replace that when we can. So, yep, took the top one, bottom one. Probably easier when the rotor's actually off, but it's okay. We'll do the same on the other side, but I'm just going to take this guy off and we'll move from there. Okay, so I removed the 2 bolts. I tried using this guy, but I definitely needed a breaker bar, so I used that on this side with the teeth in, and I pulled up, and I was able to get that off. I just threaded it off now, and now I have the actual caliper hanger itself off, so I'll clean this up. Also remove the rest of these little retaining clips here. I'll put in the new ones, clean up, and then we could also take off this rotor. So I know I've seen people hit it with a little mallet, but we'll see what I need to get this off. Alrighty, so I just removed it. Just had to smack it really hard. I did some penetrating fluid to kind of break that loose, and this guy is pretty gnarly. So I'm gonna get a little brush and try to remove some of that surface rust, just so when I make the new one, it won't be as gnarly. But yeah, it's progress. My first time working on a somewhat rusty car. I expect to be a little cleaner, but it's okay. There's always worse things that could happen. But yeah, I'm just gonna try to clean this up, and then we'll put on the new rotor. Alrighty, so I got this little brush that's gonna agitate and get off some of that rust. And then we have here our new rotor. You see it's all covered in slime. I have some brake clean. I'm gonna spray it on, wipe it off just so it's good to go and be mounted. Alrighty, so I got some brake clean. I heard this stuff's really good to huff. Just kidding, guys. Be sure to have some air ventilation going on. You don't want to pass out. But I'm going to spray this down, wipe it down, throw it back up the front. I just memory sliced it up, cleaned it. You can see the threads are a bit nicer, which isn't too bad. And we'll do the reverse, clean up also the caliper housing and everything, get it ready for new pads, and then we'll move on to the next side. All right, let's mount this beast. Looks really nice. I think it's actually a bit lighter than this guy. I could be wrong. But let's see how it fits up. And voila, we are mounted. Already it looks way nicer than what we had before. Once we mount everything back up, we'll be good to go. So pretty excited, guys. This is progress. Before I start completely botching this guy out and I took out the bottom clip, I'm going to try to mimic what it is on all the other sides with the new ones in this bag. So once I replace that, clean it up, I'll put it back on. Almost sliced my finger open, but glad they were okay. So I put it in. They are a little ear dependent, so it look like the ears kind of stuck out. And I believe that's what the caliper is going to slide, or the brake pads are going to slide into once we put it back on. So this looks good to go. We're going to put it back onto the car. We'll have it torqued up, and then we'll assemble the rest of the caliper with the new pads. Okay, so I placed back the 2 retaining bolts for the caliper, and I hand snug them. I will torque them when it comes time. So now I'm going to place in the new brake pads, slot them into these ears. We're going to repress back the caliper, because it's already a little pushed out. Sorry about the lighting. And then we can slide it on and bolt it back up. Should be good. Alright, so I have my pads here. I've seen guys like to grease the backs. I'm from BMW world and they don't do that there. So I'm going to see how it is. I didn't see any grease on the back of the other one. We'll just have to slot it into our ears here. So we have two little guys. So I'm going to go like this. And then boom, we have one, which is a nice lot of meat. And then we'll put in the back one here. Same way. So slide it into that little canal. And then we'll try to fish it in on the other side. Alright, great. Both pads are in. We have the outer and the inner. Now we're going to try to put the caliper back on. I'm going to get the C-clamp tool with a piece of block of wood like I got there to push it back open. Alrighty guys, with some convincing, I need to use a caliper spreader. Thank goodness for my father's tools box. I'm always rating it. But I used that to push it out enough, so now it is out. Caliper's hanging, but everything is there. I chose not to grease it. I know a lot of folks like to say to do that. I mean, with my level of driving and everything, I just don't want to be slithing, slithering around and kind of causing this to grease up, heat up, because at heat that stuff just turns into sludge. So we don't need that. If it squeaks or anything, I think I'll deal with it. I don't drive this car enough, and if it's the case, I could always go back since I know how to do this now. So I'm going to tighten everything up, torque it, and I consider it a job well done. Of course, I have to do the other side, but I'll spare you guys the pain and suffering, and I'll record back once we're breaking the brakes. So I'm going to torque first the caliper hanger bolts. I believe it's around from 58 to 75 foot-pounds, and these guys are from 22 to 28. So I think we'll do like 25 here and like 6, 7 or something like that over here. Alrighty, and that is about it for this video. I wish I did an outro, but I was so beat doing this job. Here are some pics of the car after. The day after, I did tackle the rear brakes, but I was time limited, so I didn't have time to record, but the job was pretty much just as similar and as easy. The car is looking spiffy with its nice and new clean hardware. I think the car's sitting really nice with all this. I really like how the black ties in with the club accents, and it was good to go. Thankfully, this car is really easy to work on since it's so new as it is. I'm kind of the first one to touch all this stuff, and I went out to bed the brakes, and they were fine. If you guys enjoy this content, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. This is your host, Feroz Moto, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Thanks so much for watching. See ya.